has attracted 13,000 signatures for a petition calling for better public toilets for severely disabled children. Parents say ordinary disabled toilets don't have a bench and hoist, so children and adults with severe disabilities usually end up being changed on the floor. The campaign has started in West Sussex, but with the extra facilities costing tens of thousands of pounds, many providers say there's a limit to what they can do. Sean Killick has more.
Parents of children with severe disabilities meeting for coffee in Horsham. They say nowhere in the town centre is there a disabled lavatory suitable to take their children to the toilet or to change. Samantha Buck decided to take action. She posted on the internet a photograph of her husband Andrew changing their 7-year-old son Alfie in a local disabled toilet, and in 3 days her online petition calling for a town centre changing places facility with a hoist and bench has attracted 13,000 signatures.
Usually disabled children are high risk of catching things that last longer, you might be hospitalised, and obviously if your child is touching the floor, the toilet floor, you're touching the toilet floor, the germs are all over you, you're touching the child, they're at very high risk of getting other illnesses, and it could be very life-threatening.
Parents say the lack of facilities in Horsham is causing them to shop elsewhere.
We go shopping in places like Brighton and Bluewater because they've got the changing places facility, and we can find out where they are from the website. So we've got a map of the location, we know where they are, we can go shopping. When he needs changing, we can just go there, change him and carry on shopping again.
Kerry and her 10-year-old son Dylan showed me a toilet and changing room at Broadbridge Heath Leisure Centre, which the parents say is the kind of facility they need in the town centre.
The hoist is the main feature because it's moving away from the manual handling to save the caregiver's back primarily, and to keep the person you're caring for safe.
Horsham District Council told us as well as that facility in Broadbridge Heath, there's another that meets requirements at another local leisure centre, and they're planning a third. But they accept that one in a more central location would be desirable, and they say they're working with parents to try to find one. Sean Killick, BBC South Today, Horsham.
And you've been having your say on this particular issue, so let's have a look at some of the comments from our Facebook page. Alan Marsh says it's a great idea, but the increased expense will just see more toilets being closed, and they are slowly disappearing already. Toilets are a necessity, not a luxury, insists Joyce Salter. It sounds good in principle, says Annie Christopher, but the campaigners should be asked to work out a way of funding it. Think it through to its conclusion, not just ban a way to shame them into action, she says. Very necessary measure, declares Pat Ilsley, and I wouldn't want to lay on a public toilet floor, would you? And if you've got a view on this or other stories, then you can add your thoughts to the South Today Facebook page, and thank you very much for all the comments that have been coming in. Just to remind you, there's also a chance to catch up on some of our films, including last night's story you may remember about the dinosaur skeleton auction.